Drake sent fans into a frenzy when he hinted at a collaboration with a mysterious artist on social media. Speculation ran wild as listeners eagerly awaited what promised to be a groundbreaking track. But when the song finally dropped, bewildered fans were met with complete silence. The audio file contained no discernible music or vocals, just 3 minutes and 47 seconds of dead air. Confusion quickly turned to intrigue as people struggled to make sense of the silent release. Music identification apps like Shazam failed to recognize the track, returning no results when analyzed. Yet strangely, many who listened claimed they could detect faint, barely audible whispers buried in the silence. These whispers didn't sound like Drake, but rather seemed to be softly speaking the listener's own name. As word spread, more people reported unsettling personalized experiences with the track. Some swore they heard loved ones' voices or snippets of private conversations mixed into the silence. Others described feeling an inexplicable sense of dread or unease while listening, even though they couldn't pinpoint why. The silence seemed to take on a haunting quality unique to each individual listener. Within days, troubling accounts began surfacing from those who had played the song. People described a string of misfortunes befalling them shortly after hearing the track. Everything from minor accidents and lost wallets to more serious calamities like job losses, relationship breakups, and health scares. While likely coincidental, these reports fueled growing paranoia around the release. As unease mounted, the song vanished from streaming platforms just 48 hours after its debut. Drake's team cited unspecified technical issues, but provided no further explanation for the abrupt removal. The rapper himself remained uncharacteristically silent on social media, ignoring the swirling rumors and fan theories. In the absence of official information, wild speculation filled the void. Some theorized it was an avant-garde artistic statement or marketing stunt gone awry. Others saw it as a meditation on the nature of fame and projection of celebrity. More outlandish interpretations suggested supernatural forces or government conspiracies were at play. Music journalists and industry insiders scrambled to uncover the truth behind the perplexing release. But their investigations hit dead ends. With collaborators and studio personnel seemingly under strict non-disclosure agreements, the identity of Drake's supposed collaborator remained a mystery, with no artist stepping forward to claim involvement. As days turned to weeks with no answers forthcoming, the silent track took on mythic status in pop culture. It became the subject of creepypastas, conspiracy videos, and endless Reddit threads analyzing every aspect of its brief existence. Amateur audio engineers claimed to have isolated hidden messages or backmasked vocals, but no conclusive evidence ever emerged. The incident sparked larger conversations about the power of suggestion, mass hysteria, and the human tendency to find meaning in the meaningless. Psychologists weighed in on the phenomenon of auditory pareidolia, the brain's inclination to perceive familiar patterns in random noise. But these rational explanations did little to dampen the mystique surrounding the release. Years later, the silent track remains one of music's great unsolved mysteries. Its legacy lives on through urban legends, with new listeners still claiming to experience its personalized haunting effect. Some fans make pilgrimages to the Toronto studio where it was allegedly recorded, hoping to glean some insight into its origins. The track has inspired countless imitators and tributes across genres. Silent albums, whispercore, and hyper-minimalist compositions have gained traction in experimental music circles, but none have managed to replicate the cultural impact of Drake's enigmatic release. To this day, the rapper has never publicly addressed the incident or offered any explanation. The silence that once filled those 3 minutes and 47 seconds has expanded to encompass the entire affair, leaving a vacuum for imagination to fill. Perhaps that lingering mystery is the true artistry behind the silent track, a blank canvas onto which we project our deepest fears, desires, and interpretations. As with all great legends, the story continues to evolve with each retelling. New details emerge, past accounts shift, and the line between fact and fiction blurs. But one thing remains constant: the power of those 3 minutes and 47 seconds of silence to captivate, unsettle, and inspire nearly a decade later. In the end, the track's greatest accomplishment may be the conversations and creativity it sparked, proving that sometimes the most impactful music is the kind we can't hear at all.